Awesome. So did you have a leader or a mentor or a sponsor, somebody that came alongside you and said, yes, you'd be really good at this. Let me connect you. Or how did you grow from, because you're currently in the corporate world still, but you're also able to have a fit in the coaching world. So how did that happen?
I was very fortunate to have a great mentor early on in my career. And I was a production reporting lead was my title. So not entry level, but not anyone of
Mhm.
significance in the company. And a member of the executive team took notice of me. And I was kind of well known in the company for knowing how the products worked and knowing how the systems work. But he really took me under his wing, and he started, showing me different things about different areas of the business and teaching me all these different things, answering questions. And I remember distinctly one day being in his office, and he said, you could run a department one day. And at the
Wow.
time, that was so far away from anything that I had in my head or a possible. I literally did a double take. I did like look around the shoulders, like, are you talking to me? And he, later talked to me about, I see potential in you. You've demonstrated fledgling leadership skills, is what he called it, and you could run a department. And again, that was just so far outside of what I could conceive of. But because he was saying it, and because he was accomplished and because he was an executive and he was proven, I thought, oh, well, if he's saying it, maybe that's true for me. Maybe I could start thinking about that. And then, of course, it led to a whole different trajectory for my career. So I've always been grateful to him for seeing that vision, so seeing that potential and speaking it to me and saying, I'm going to plant a seed with you and then help you cultivate that, and it's going to lead to good things. So that was a great mentor. I always like to tell that story.
Well, and I think that's important for other leaders to hear the impact. I always say, 80% of our job as leaders is developing people. And so many think that that's doing doing the busy work, and it's developing the people. Like he took the time to he saw talent and he brought you in and made that happen. And then spoke into you, this is where you can be. And he gave you that vision, which is
And to your
huge.
point, I would, as a leader, I later on, I said, can I do anything to repay you? Like I was promoted and I got promotions and recognized everything. And I said, this all came from you. What can I do to repay you? And he said, there is one thing. And so I sat up and I was listening really carefully. And he said, pay this forward. You're going to
Oh,
now be in a position where you can open doors for other people. You're going to be in a position where you can see things that other people can't see, and you need to pay it forward. So when you see potential in someone else, they might not know it themselves. So you should go and tell them. And so I think that's a great point. As a leader, don't assume everyone, thinks the world of themselves or sees what you see. Part of your job as a leader is to have vision and to see potential in someone that's unrealized right now. And so speak that into them. So I love that concept.
it's great.